Welcome back to Liberty Tree Gaming. We are in the middle of conversation that we just started with Voyta. In the last episode, we finished up the ransom quest where we helped Yan of the place that I can't say get his brother's remains back, and we recruited several guys. Minhard's friend from the Swordmaster Guild, Arnie, and the Zimburg brothers, and we went to the meeting spot, and of course got attacked and had to defend ourselves, and managed to do that successfully. Got rewarded with a sword for that, and then we got back to the Voyta quest, the Brushes of Death DLC quest, where we had to go to his to Voyta's what turned out to be a place where they used to play as a child, or live, maybe, him and his friends. Turns out Voyta is not actually Voyta. He's someone else. Doesn't even remember his own name. Voyta was killed by Burkhard, and we met a madman there who attacked us. And we defeated him, but didn't kill him. And he was just crazy, spouting off all kinds of stuff. And he wanted us to take this sword that was broken. And we reforged it at the end of last episode. I went back to Voyta to ask him or see if he had anything to say about the sword now that it was fixed. And we started into this conversation. So that's where we are now. So we'll get back to it and see where this goes. I'm sure there's another quest to do. So let's see what he says. All right, so I don't remember what the question was, but anyway, where is it?
Where can I find the grave?
Oh yeah, the grave.
Unfortunately, it's not exactly close. It's not even consecrated. Me and Libor had to bury him ourselves.
He wanted us to go and pray for the real Voyta.
That must have been really hard.
It was, but that was so long ago now.
You know, we really do have a lot in common. I buried my parents, and you...
And you never stop thinking about it, even once you make your peace with it.
Why haven't you been there in so long?
I just couldn't. It's easier for me to just work and not think about it.
Wait, you still haven't told me where the grave is?
Ah, right. How can I... When we were lads, we found this tree near Mezholes. It had 3 trunks. There was 3 of us. You know me. I thought it was a sign. And that's where we buried Voyta.
A tree with 3 trunks near Mezholes. I'll be searching for that for a month. I need some better directions, Voyta. Wait, should I even call you that anymore?
If you don't mind, I'd prefer if you did. Most people call me Voyta, so you'd look like a madman calling me anything else.
So that's how you introduce yourself to others, too? Not just me?
Indeed.
First option seemed a bit rude.
You might want to ask why, but I don't have a satisfying answer for you. Just so that his legacy lives on with every work I create.
You think Libor goes there?
I reckon you know more about what Libor has been doing these past 20 years than I do.
Wouldn't you like to go and see him and talk to him?
No. I'm glad he's alive. But I can't imagine going to see him. Or what I would tell him. Maybe when I'm not so busy.
All right. Let's leave it be then. Is there anything specific you want me to mention in the prayer?
Please, pray for his soul. He may have done some bad things, but even so, he was one of the best people I knew. And that I hope he... Just use your best judgment. I'm not sure what I'd say myself. Maybe that's why I haven't been there in so long.
Why don't you put the brushes down and come with me?
All the way there? No, I'm afraid not. At least not now. To be perfectly honest, one of the reasons I'm sending you there is so you can tell me how it looks before I work up the courage to go there myself.
Okay, where is it?
Wait, we were talking about the grave. Where can I find it? Tell me exactly.
How would I describe it? When you get to the center of Mezholes, then follow the stream towards Shramek's barn. Then... hold on, I'm trying to make a mental picture of the surroundings. It was somewhere past Shramek's pen, behind his barn. Just follow the cow pen all the way back towards the forest. And once you're past it, take a sharp left. Wait, no, right. And then all the way to the forest. Then you'll see the tree.
Is that as specific as you can get?
I'm afraid so. I haven't been there in over 20 years.
Okay.
All right. I'll go there.
God disposes, the other half of the quest. Painter asked me to visit his dead friend Voyta's grave and say a prayer for him since nobody had done so in a while. I should be able to find the grave if I head to the center of Mezholes, then follow the stream to the barn that used to belong to the Shramek family, then pass the barn across the cow pen all the way to the other side where the forest begins, then take a sharp right past the fence. Then I should go along the edge of the forest till I see the tree. There. I've not been to Mezholes, I guess. Yep. It's all burnt down. Okay, hold up. There was a burnt building next to Voyta's old place. And this Mezholes is burnt. Voyta, are you an arsonist? What?
Aye, aye, you silly doggy. Here you go. Take it.
Greetings, friend.
Don't you steal my
God
fish?
be with you.
Good doggy. Good boy.
Kind of want to stop by here and see the crazy guy. I think we'll go here, do this first, and then head to the madman. Time is it? I don't know. Can't skip time.
Quick!
Apparently they weren't too friendly there. Wow. Like, there's a cloud. It's low. This is an amazing game. Okay, here is the place, the city, town. Blood. What's going on here?
Good work, lad.
Oh, this is where we helped that guy with his toothache. What's up with the blood? This whole town burnt. Looks like it.
From here, I should follow the stream towards a barn. Finding a stream in this brush will be a challenge.
Keep going this way till so I get the fast travel point. Goodness. What in the world happened to this place? Cuman. Come on. Human pincushion. 826. Is there other people here? Doesn't look like it. Boy, they wrecked this place, didn't they? Undecided Duel. Did some honey.
hope this is Shramek's barn, because there's nobody to ask. Where did he say to go next? There should be a fence past the barn.
What you find, Matt?
What's that you got?
This must be the fence. Now to get to the other side. Out there by the woods.
Okay, here's our undecided tool, I guess. It's an expensive hat, we'll take it. Expensive cuirass as well. Lots of groschen. And you? Did you kill the knight? Are you a witcher? You've been stabbed with a pitchfork by a commoner? Said to go along the fence, I think. I don't know. Past the barn, across the cow pen, all the way to the other side where the forest begins, then take a sharp right past the fence. Go along the edge of the forest until I see the tree. Let's just hit this hunting spot, light it up. Sharp right, once I hit.
Here's where the fence ends. I'm supposed to take a hard right here. If Voyta didn't mix up his directions, that is.
And he kind of did mix up his directions, but I guess I can put the torch away.
This must be the tree. The grave must be somewhere nearby.
Let's go to the tree. There, it looks like a tombstone. Pick it up.
My God. It's clear nobody has been here in years. It looks terrible. If I really want to honor Voyta's memory, I should clean the place up first. Pull the weeds, clear the debris, clean the gravestone.
You carefully clean the grave, pulling weeds, clearing branches and stones. You make sure it's nice and tidy. And let's pray.
Heavenly Father, I know no one's been here in a while, but please see that Voyta's soul rests in peace. Only you know what happened back then. But surely it wasn't so bad Voyta's soul wouldn't deserve redemption. And please help the painter, whatever his name may be. Whatever he did, he surely regrets it, through Christ our Lord. Amen.
I can start digging. I see something there. Start digging. That it looks like belladonna. It is belladonna.
R, V, and L. If V stands for Voyta and L for Libor, that means...
That R is the god that we've been calling Voyta. Whatever that is. Okay, so I've gone and I've prayed, cleaned up the place. The other... Here's some. Belladonna is one of those you can get better if you're crouched. I don't know, it's just the hitbox never pops in there very well unless you're crouching. That sage. Alright, clean up the grave. We prayed. Should return to the painter and tell him I prayed at the grave. I could try and ask him a bit more about Voyta. Perhaps he'll be more willing to share now. Perhaps. But first, we're gonna go talk to Libor. Kotek's grave is what that says. Once again, we'll go sleep in Malashov.
I just want to be sure nobody finds out. You never know.
I bought a lovely new bowl the other day for a great price. What was about to get the God's sake?
I'm gonna have to eat again. So strange. It was this way, right?
Quick!
Make sure we mark it, because otherwise I probably will miss it. Haven't even got a chance to swing this sword yet.
Quick!
There's an enemy camp right here. Maybe I'll go and test the sword a little bit. Sneaky. How many we got?
Mi a fene?
Oh no.
Hé, takarodj innen el! Minden, takarodj innen! Majd Libor tanítalak, te rohadék!
Oh, nice. I like your sword.
That's yours, lads. Iemand kost das bolon.
Nem kellett volna felbasznod minket, te pöcs!
Kibaszott szarkabáló! Baszott rá!
Oh, that was good. This sword is a beast. Not much going on here. And granted, these are just some Cumans. They're not like heavily armored or anything, but there were a bunch of them, and I just cut through them like nothing. I think that was all of them. Oh, what's going on here? Very glad that trough was here. Take a drink. Victory drink. Oh no, I'm trespassing. Nothing in here. Mead. Zimburg reliquary. Mysterious chest that Posy and Tugbone have been searching for so long. I wonder what's inside. Dude, got it. We will have to go find Posy soon. We owe him anyway for helping. Awesome. Okay, cool. I got another chest. Let's see what's this one in this one. Milanese. $128 groschen. Take it. Let's take a look at this thing we just picked up, this reliquary. A mysterious chest that Posy and Tugbone have been searching for so long. I wonder what's inside. Oh yeah, we still have that Markold thing. We need to find him. Or could find that guy. Hey, Mutt.
Good boy. Good boy. Here you go. Take it.
Good boy. Okay, well, now that we know what the sword can do, let's go find Libor. Isn't that his name? Libor? Inside this thing? Doesn't look like it. Here it is. Feeling any better?
It's you! Thank you for taking the sword. Since it's been gone, I've stopped having those awful dreams, and I can breathe easy and think. Wait, I'll show you some tips for surviving in the wilderness.
I mean, if you insist, but I don't need them. Thanks. I have a few questions.
Why do you live here anyway?
Here? I feel at home here. When everything was all right, I felt comfortable here. With them. Without worries.
I saw what was hanging from a branch here. You're not going to hurt yourself, are you?
Well, once. When it got real bad, I tied it up there. But I couldn't do it.
I spoke to Voyta, the painter. He said you used to be friends. A long time ago.
But Voyta is dead. Please, don't talk about it. It makes me want to cry.
No, wait. I mean your other friend. The painter. He calls himself Voyta now, but he used to have a different name. I know it starts with the letter R. I saw some initials carved into the tree under which Voyta is buried.
No, I don't want to remember. Don't make me. I want it to be over. Make it stop hurting. Make it stop for good.
But...
Got some Lethian water.
I'm sorry. I won't torment you anymore.
Okay, he's not talking again. Fine, fine. Can I cut that down? Well, all right. I guess that's it. We've talked to him. Pebbles, let's go back to Voyta. Let's focus. I was thinking I would go there, but let's just focus on this DLC quest. Like we should. Makes for better episodes. You can get all the quests done. Or at least not be all over the place. If I were playing this like on my own, I would probably hit every quest along the way to be as efficient as possible. But
Easy.
But for a YouTube series, I think it makes sense narratively to stick to the as few quests at a time as possible.
I visited Voyta's grave. It was in a rough state, all overgrown and unkempt. But I tidied it up and said a prayer for his soul.
Thank you, Henry. And did you mention me as well?
Yes. I pray for you as well.
Thank you very much. I feel terrible for not going myself, but I promise I'll visit when the right time comes.
I noticed there were some initials carved into the tree. Was that the three of you's doing?
Carved initials? Right. I completely forgot. What initials were there?
R, V, and L. I assume V stands for Voyta and L for Libor. So R must be the first letter of your true name?
I suppose that makes sense.
So your real name is...
After all this time, I really can't remember. Strange how someone can forget something like that.
You've
Probably
got to be
Richard.
joking.
Just try using someone else's name for decades. We'll see if you still remember you used to be Henry.
Should I try to guess?
Wait. How about, Robert? Radan? Rupert? Or
Radon.
maybe... Raphael?
Raphael. That would be a good name for a painter. But I'm afraid I'll disappoint you. I really don't know.
Radek? Radomir? Radislav?
I don't know, Henry, really. To tell you the truth, I don't even want to remember.
Richard? No? Ach, yeah. All right, let's just forget about the letters. Tell me more about Voyta and Libor.
Nothing but bad memories come to mind. We used to spend a lot of time together. But as we got older, it all started to fall apart. I devoted myself more and more to my painting, and Libor, as the son of a bailiff, dealt with his father.
Wait, Libor is the son of a bailiff?
Aye, but it doesn't matter much these days. His mother died shortly after he disappeared, and his father, who knows where he ended up.
Did Libor know you paint? He only shrugged his shoulders when I mentioned a painter.
To tell the truth, I never discussed it much with him. I'd shown Voyta some sketches, but Libor, all he cared about were girls. Oh, and swords. He grew up at Rathouse, so he saw soldiers and knights differently than us paupers.
What about Voyta? What was he like?
He didn't have anyone besides us. And then Burkhard showed up. Voyta was never a saint. Sometimes he stole food, got in scraps here and there. But Burkhard changed him completely. Suddenly he didn't have time for us. And when we did meet up, he was always telling us how he robbed some traveler here or beat up some old woman there.
But I still don't see how this is your fault.
I envy you, then. You see, Voyta wanted to spend time with us. He was always inviting us somewhere, but we, or I, rather, would hear none of it. All I cared about was my painting. And Voyta was just wasting my time. We got in an awful argument over it once. We were both drunk then. Voyta on schnapps, and me on my pride.
Okay.
How did the argument end?
I don't recall what all was said. You know how it is. You get in an argument with someone, and the next day, you can't remember what you said. I do remember one thing, though. I said, there's no room in my life for dirty, drunken thieves who blow smoke up Burkhardt's arse.
Then what happened?
Well, we wanted to get rid of Burkhard. We were going to go through Libor's pa. But we met with Voyta first. We told him to pack up his things in Burkhardt's camp and meet us at the tree. But, well, when we got to him, he was just lying there. We had to chase off the wolves that were, well, Voyta was in an awful state. Beaten to death with a helmet.
Kurva.
We chased off the wolves, but Libor was inconsolable and wouldn't stop crying. So I sent him to the village to get a shovel. While he was gone, I realized Voyta was still breathing. He was in awful shape. He couldn't talk or move. Lord, have mercy on me. When Libor returned, I told him to give me his sword, but he said no, that we could still save him. We got in a terrible argument over it. In the end, it was Libor who put Voyta out of his misery. Then we buried him. Not in hallowed ground, but still better than behind the cemetery wall.
You were bloody lucky. Burkhard could have killed you, too.
You know, in the end, I reckon Voyta never betrayed us. But that didn't stop me from looking over my shoulder. All right. But now tell me, wasn't it all my fault?
No. Oh, wait.
We are each the author of our own destiny. Voyta joined up with Burkhard, and it cost him his life. What's important is where your decisions lead you.
I hope you're right, Henry. I hope you're right.
I'll let you work.
All right. And Henry...
Confessor.
Thank you.
I got it all out of him. Okay. Well, that was intense. You're looking kind of anxious there, buddy. You okay? You need a hug. Alright, I think he's got more quests, but we're not going to do that right this second. Let's check our gear real quick. Got a few things we can sell. Let's head next door and sell some stuff.
Grüß Gott. Herzlich willkommen.
I'll have a look.
Hope I get to keep this. That's one heck of a sword. Looks like I can. 1500.
I'd like to discuss the...
Ja, finally. Und viel Glück für die Zukunft, mein Herr.
Very good, very good. Alright, I don't want to start a new quest with him, but we did find Posy's thing. So let's actually see if we can ride out to his place as quickly as possible. That's here. Because in the vein of, keeping an episode with a good beginning, middle, and end, I'm just gonna go right by this body. And keeping the episodes, coherent and together.
You have a kind master.
I found the thing in this episode. I just met with Theme last episode, so it makes sense to meet up with him, give him his reward that we promised him, and let him know that we found the thing he was looking for. And took care of the Cumans that had it.
Go!
Not sure which way to go here. That way. Glad I checked.
Go!
Where are you, around here now? Again? Training? Buddy, good news.
You said that the Cuman stole a decorated chest. Is that right?
Well, yes.
Well, this one doesn't look like it has any treasure in it. But is it yours?
For God's sake, Henry. Where did you find it?
I found it in the Cuman camp not far from here, and I immediately thought of you.
I don't believe it. Thank God. You've saved us, Henry.
And now I hope you'll finally tell me what's in the chest.
You're right. I promised you. As you correctly noted, it is not a chest for valuables. It is a reliquary.
What? So they stole a bunch of bones?
In your hands, you held Knight Alesh of Zimburg, our father.
What?
At least, what's left of him. You see, when father died, as well as his two grieving sons, he also left behind his worldly possessions. In particular, our family seat, Anglesburg Castle. A castle that rightfully belongs to us, but our mother refuses to grant it to us. Instead, she made our uncle steward. She says we're too young and reckless for such responsibility.
And why did your mother entrust the castle to your uncle? As a widow, she could also rule, right?
It's a gesture of goodwill. Mother always had what you might call a warm relationship with Uncle Fredbor of Zimburg, but as a knight, he couldn't hold a candle to our father. That idiot would like to return the estates to the lower nobility. That's why we need to get our castle back quickly.
And how is this related to the reliquary?
In accordance with family tradition, the remains of the lords of Zimburg are buried in sedlets. This is how the monastery shows its gratitude to our ancestor, the founder of our line, who had it built long ago. Many years ago, however, we moved to Moravia and abandoned the tradition. My brother and I decided to lay our father to rest in this holy place, and prove to our mother that we had grown up.
Except on the way, they stole the reliquary from you.
Indeed. If Mother found out what happened, she would never hand over Engelberg, not even to our grandchildren.
Why didn't you want to tell me what we were looking for?
Don't take it personally, but if word got out that we had lost it, even for a short time, you can't imagine what an embarrassment that would be. Our father, a noble knight, in the hands of Sigismund's foreigners? Oh, fortunately, we saved him.
I know what it's like to bury a father. I was glad to help you.
You are a good and honorable man, Henry. Once more, in the name of the Zimburgs, And in the name of our dead father, I thank you. Now my brother and I must go to Sedlet's. But then we will stay here for a while. If you need anything, you know where to find our camp. Until then, good luck, my friend.
May God be with you.
Awesome. He can train.
I'd like to learn a
fighting
new
technique.
combat technique.
Certainly. Why not? Practice makes perfect.
All of
There's
them.
one sword technique every experienced swordsman should know. The main thing is to keep in mind that defense is all about practice, but attacking is about overcoming fear. If you can do that, you'll become a master.
Yes, sir.
That sounds good. Teach me that.
Very well. I really think you should know this one. It's actually a kind of feigned attack, after which you quickly go around your opponent's weapon and strike at his neck. It's just like a slap with the sword's blade that can be done even if you have a shield in your other hand. Now, come and try it a few times. Good. You've got what it takes to be a damn good one.
I'd like to learn a new combat technique.
Why not? If you have a bit of time, let's get to it. I think it might be useful for you to learn how to use wrestling holds in a sword fight. From what I've seen so far, you don't seem to use them at all.
Okay.
That sounds good. Teach me that.
Aye, no worries. But you should know, this is more of a wrestling move than a sword-fighting one. You rain blows on your opponent from above, and when he's expecting another, you put a quick lock on his weapon hand and yank it against your sword's pommel. In short, don't forget to use your whole body in battle, not just your sword's blade. Now, come and try it a few times. Good.
I'd like to learn a new combat technique.
Why not? If you have a bit of time, let's get to it. A warrior should be able to take down an enemy even without a weapon. If you want, I'll show you a move I like to call the scissor strike. I like using it because it only stuns your opponent, but doesn't kill him.
Sounds good.
That sounds good. Teach me that.
Of course. Like I said, you have to be able to take your opponent down with just your bare hands. After you open with a few hooks, attack his neck with both hands, just like a tailor cutting cloth. If you crush his Adam's apple while you're at it, that wretch's days are over. Now, come and try it a few times. What do you think? Good one, eh?
I think that was everything.
I'd like to learn something.
What do you want to know?
Full arms. And I want both of these. Like, I don't use these at all, so I need to level this up.
I'd like to know a few tricks with a halberd.
Fine, but it'll take some time.
All right. Full arms 10 and a perk.
I'd like to learn.
Let's go ahead and do the heavy weapons too.
I'd like to be more skillful with an axe.
I'll tell you some interesting things.
This guy's high level. I mean, he's teaching master level skills here. Heavy weapons 14 and another perk. So what do we get? 2 perks. Let's see. Sundering Blow 2. When you hit an enemy with a heavy weapon, their armor will count as if it were 20 lower in total. Onslaught. After performing a combo with a heavy weapon, subsequent attacks will cost only half the stamina for 10 seconds. Bone Breaker. If you wound an opponent with a warhammer, mace, or cudgel, their stamina will recover 15% slower for 15 seconds. Aim to maim. Blunt Force Trauma. Let's do Sundering Blow 2. I mean, that's just a straight up buff, looks like. And pole arms. Iron Harvest. After performing a combo, you regain some of your stamina so you can continue fighting more easily. Impaler, 10% more piercing damage. Militia training, strength and agility required to use pole weapons will be reduced by 3. Matter, my strength and agility are both almost maxed. And hardwood, pole arms will take damage 25% slower. All right, so those kind of all suck. We'll do Impaler. It's probably the best. I want to look at combos. Almost have all of the combos for one-handed sword. Need what? 5? All right, so I have a bed here now. Somewhere. Right there. And I have a chest. Nice. Okay, well, we're going to call it an episode here, and we will continue next time. We'll probably head back to Voyta and go from there. See if he's got another task for us. I think he does. So maybe we're getting close to the end of this. This DLC is pretty big for being like a $5 DLC. Not a bad one. I recommend picking it up for sure.
Aye, come here.
So until next time, be good.
You're my doggy, eh?